Hi Shilpi, welcome to Innovation Good Talk.
Hi.
Shilpi, thanks for joining us. I know we've been talking about this interview for quite a while and something that I've been very excited about. It is a little different to what we've done in the past and the viewers will soon see why. But before we jump into that, something we ask all our guests is, what does innovation mean to you?
Yeah, that's a tricky question because innovation means different things to different people. But the way I like to describe it is it's a process that allows us to introduce a new product, service, platform um, that addresses a need and brings value to both the customer as well as the people who are using it. So I think that's what makes innovation different from invention is now you've introduced that new idea to the world and it's being adopted and brings value to everyone.
So a few years back, you began a journey. You started a journey to try and dig a little deeper and find out what innovation is. But the result was a little different than what you expected. So if you don't mind talking us through that, what exactly took place?
Yeah. So this project started out of our curiosity because as I was moving from a corporate world to a independent consulting firm, I had a lot of questions for myself how what is innovation, what is design, how are they interlinked, and so forth, and especially what is working for big organizations and what's not. So with that we started off asking a lot of leaders what that means, and what we found is we were clear that innovation means different things to different people, but what we were derived from that conversation, those conversations, was what is not innovation, and that's what the myths of innovation became as describing those 7 points.
So the whole study, if correct me if I'm wrong, so it went on for 2 years, and by the end of it, so it started off with what is innovation, what it does mean to leaders and in the workforce and so on, and resulted in a video and a whole project actually that's called What is Not Innovation.
Well, it's called the myths of innovation and detangling them. So it was really important for us to make something useful, something actionable for leaders across the organizations in different industries. So we actually, in that video, we describe each myth, explain it, bust that myth, and there's a call to action after each of the myths.
Out of the myths of innovation that you came up with and that you found, is there a favorite one of yourself of the team?
Yeah, I think what I find the audience and I myself too most excited about is the myth number 5, which is digital transformation is innovation. Um, and the reason why it's the most interesting and I think it's most important is that every organization, large organization, is going through digital transformation at this point. And it's been going on for many years. And the problem happens when organizations think they're being innovative just by digitizing their system, yet they're not. So there are a lot of challenges to that, where you truly believe that you're pacing with the competition out there, but you're not. So I think that's why this digital transformation is innovation. I think innovation happens if you are doing digital transformation as a way to make the process better and find those redundancies along the process, and not just digitizing it, which may require reskilling of workforce, looking for what's being redundant, and then trying to strategize a different way of looking at the whole process.
Shilpi, if you don't mind me asking, when it comes to innovation, what is a one tip, what is a piece of advice that you'd give to anyone out there who is either considering it, involved in it?
I think it depends on who you are as an organization. I think the first step is to really self-assess what your capabilities are, what your skill sets are, and then kind of put forward and bring alignment in what your aspirations are for growth for the organization. So I think it's really important to know that a lot of companies fail because they're disconnect between their growth strategy and their innovation strategy. So I think it's really important because innovation is very unique to each organization and how they do it, how they accomplish it. I think it's really important to make sure that they understand that they are unique as an organization, and what works for another organization may not work for them.
Excellent. All right, Shilpi, well, thank you very much for your time. We look forward to not only publishing this interview, but as I said, the video that that you and the team created of the myths of innovation, and look forward to chatting again soon.